So over 190,000 creators use Gumroad to sell more than 1.6 million digital products. It's one of the most popular platforms for creators, but is it really the right choice for selling your ebooks? So in this video, I am going to go through exactly how Gumroad works, who is it really good for, and whether it's the right platform for you. So let's dive into the video. Hi ebook authors, my name is Dawn Marie and I'm here on YouTube documenting my own journey of starting a digital product business from scratch, mainly ebooks and templates, and I'm taking you along with me, showing you behind the scenes of what that looks like. I also share what's working for me that maybe you can try in your own business to sell your ebooks as well. Plus, I'm breaking down my marketing strategies to give you helpful tips and advice. So if you'd like to join me, I hope you will stick around and consider subscribing to the channel. Now, before we dive in, I have something really special that's going to make your journey as an ebook author much easier for you. And that's my 10-day action plan to launching and selling your own digital products, which gives you a focused plan for getting started with your business. It's free to access, so be sure to check out the link in the description box below. Now let's talk about what Gumroad is and why you might want to use it to sell your own ebooks. Simply put, Gumroad is an e-commerce platform that gives you a ready-made space to showcase and sell your digital products, and it's the perfect choice for those of you who don't want to deal with the hassle of building your own website but still need a professional place to send your own audience to purchase your own ebooks. So one of the great things that I like about Gumroad is that it allows you to customize your product page. I mean, you can add your logos, you can choose your brand colors, for example, and you can create a simple yet beautiful page that's entirely focused on your product. So if that is one of the reasons why you have been putting off selling your ebooks because you just don't know how to build a website, then you have no more excuses. Gumroad makes it really easy for you to get started right away. And now I do want to show you exactly how to set up your own Gumroad account and begin selling your ebooks. So I'm going to take you through the process step by step through my computer screen so you can follow along.
So to get started with Gumroad, go ahead and visit the website gumroad.com. And when you visit the website and you land on the landing page, take a look at the other creators' own products just to get a feel for what your own website could look like. And you want to use this as inspiration for when designing your or setting up your website to sell your products. Then you want to go ahead and use the start selling button right here to enter your email address and password. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm just going to create an account here by entering my email address and password. And when you do that, you'll be taken to the dashboard where Gumroad will guide you to setting up your account. Now, here is where you can create your first product. Here is where they record your earnings. Then you can see here that they have provided steps for you to start making this platform your own. So let's go through that. If we go to customize your profile, you can enter your username here. What I would suggest is that you select a username that is easy to remember. So I'm just going to include copy my template as my username. Then you can enter your name, bio, and logo. So I'm also going to do that as well. And as you start typing into these boxes, you also want to keep in mind that everything that you enter over here is going to appear to the public, and it gives you a preview here of what that looks like. Let's upload my logo as well. And if you want to connect your social media Twitter account, this is where you are able to do so. Unfortunately, they don't give you any other option but X. So if you have that X account, go right ahead and upload that. Now you can also change the font of the text and the background and highlight color. So I'm going to change my background color. So I'm just going to click on that. Then I'm just going to go on the downward facing arrow to get the hex code that I want to include. And that's going to be EB. And then also the highlight color. Okay, great. Before you move on, you want to make sure that you update your settings. It says that I have to confirm my email address before I can do that. So I'm going to confirm my email address and then I'm going to come back in a moment. Okay, so I have updated my settings and my changes are now saved. Now let's go to the product and we are going to create our first products. I'm going to go onto the left hand side and click on products. Let's scroll down so you can either select new product at the top here or new product here. And now let's add the name of our product here. Now I am going to select an ebook since my product is an ebook. Now, of course, if you are following along and you don't have an ebook to sell, but another product, then you can select whatever product it is that you are selling. I can also add the price here and you can then select the currency of the item. So if you're not selling in USD, you can go ahead and change the currency. Now let's click on next and let's add the description of the product. And don't forget as well, on the right hand side, you are going to get a preview of what everything looks like. So as you start typing in your own content, keep an eye on the preview just to see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and add the URL. Now I'm going to keep my URL short, or actually the slug of the URL. So it's just these words here that comes after the forward slash. And the reason why I don't want to make it too long is because if you are going to copy this URL and share it with your audience, you want to make sure that it is something that's memorable. Right now, this URL is quite long. So I would imagine that people would need to actually click on the link. But think about it this way. If you were to share this URL and save the URL to people, are they going to remember everything that you have said? Which is why you can create a custom domain and you can make that custom domain shorter, something that's more memorable, so that when you are sharing it with your audience, they're able to easily remember and type in the domain into their browser. Now, to create your own domain, if you click on the Learn More link, it will open a sidebar where it will give you instructions on how to create a custom domain and connect it to Gumroad. You would need to update your DNS settings for the domain once you have gotten it set up. So you can purchase a domain from GoDaddy, from Namecheap, or from Google Domains, and then come back here and follow these instructions to customize your domain. Now, I am not going to do that, but if you do want to do so, then go ahead and follow those instructions. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an image of my product. Again, that's what it looks like here on the preview. And you can see that it says this is the image that appears in the Gumroad library. So I think I'm also going to upload a square version because that might be too big. This is for the thumbnail. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so it doesn't appear to show on the actual, what the actual viewer is going to see. Now you can state what your call to action is. So you can leave it as I want this. You can click on buy this. And then also you want to include a summary if you want to. Or you could leave this blank since you already included a description of the product. If you want to add any additional details for the product, so maybe you're including some bonus items or other valuable content to the product, this is where the user will see it. So I have some additional details that I am saying to the viewer as to what they will get. So I'm going to include that here. And you can see how it looks on this side. And you can also add a value to it. So let's say that it's $29. It's going to put USD. And then you can continue to add additional details as well. Okay, so that looks good. Now, if you have customers who are part of a Circle community or Discord community, then you can toggle these buttons on here, which will allow you to connect to those systems through an API, which is a way for both platforms, Gumroad and Circle or Discord, to talk to each other in a tech way so that they can connect with each other. And then you also want to include your pricing. We previously included our pricing on the page before. So I am going to include again what that pricing is. You could also allow your customers to pay what they want, where they can literally pay what they think the product is worth. So you can turn this on if you want to. Now, if you do turn this on, you will see that you can include a minimum amount. So what is the amount? What is the least amount that you are going to recommend to them or suggest to them as to what they can include? Now, you want to keep in mind that if you do offer this option, that some customers may choose the lowest value that they can offer, thereby preventing you from actually selling your product for what it's truly worth. So whether you turn this on is entirely up to you and is based on what you prefer. For me, I'm going to leave this switched off. You can also offer versions of your ebook. So let's say that your ebook comes in an audio format. You can include that here. If it comes in a video format, you can also include that here, and those formats can be purchased as well. So think about it like Amazon, where you can purchase a hard copy ebook, an audible ebook, as well as an electronic ebook. So if you have all of those versions available, then this is where you can include it. Then let's go through the product settings. Now, if you want to limit the number of purchases one person can make, that's where you can do this here. Right, so the maximum number of purchases, you can do that there. You can also allow customers to choose a quantity. So for example, when I switch that on, you will see that the quantity box came up here. So they might want to purchase more than one item. So you can enable that. You can also show the number of sales that you have had so far. So this is more as a social proof element, showing users that your product is selling, and it also adds credibility to your product. So usually when you see, for example, 1,000 people have already sold, then you're more likely to purchase the product because you realize that it is popular. And then for mark product as e-publication for VAT purposes, I'm not quite sure what this item is, as I could not find an explanation for it on Gumroad. But if you do know, please do comment below and let me know. So everything is as I wanted. So I'm going to click save and continue. Now this section here, I'm not going to include anything here. I'm just going to publish and continue. Now, once you have done that, this is where you are able to share your ebook. So right now it is published. Now, before you actually share it, one of the things that you want to think about is how are you actually going to get paid? And Gumroad uses its own payment system. But when you have received sales, you need a way for the payment to get to you. And this is where the menu payouts is important. So let's click on that. Now you can learn more about payouts in order to understand how to set that up. And you also want to be sure that you do complete the details here so you can receive your payments once you've started making sales. Now, other things that you need to be aware of is the email menu, where you can write emails to people who have either subscribed to your platform or they are customers. So, for example, you can create a new email here, and if you are familiar with email marketing, this essentially allows you to send emails to connect with customers who have purchased from you. Maybe you want to provide an update to them. Maybe you just want to communicate with them and build that relationship with them. So this is where you are able to do so. You can also create automated workflows or email sequences to your customers so they can continue to hear from you, and you can do that through the scheduled section. So schedule an email to be sent exactly when you want it. And that makes sure that your customers or people who subscribe to your channel or your platform, they continue to hear from you over a period of time. You can preset these emails to send automatically. And then if you go to the analytics section, this is where you are able to see how many sales you have made, who is referring those people to you, and exactly where they are coming from through locations.
Okay, guys, and that's it. Now you know exactly how to set up your ebook on Gumroad and start selling. If you found this video helpful, then please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on selling digital products. And also let me know in the comments whether you are going to use Gumroad or do you have another platform in mind. I really love to hear what your thoughts are on that. And before you go, don't forget to check out my 10-day action plan to launching and selling your own ebook. It's free to join. The link is in the description box below, and it really includes all the actionable steps that you need to get started in selling your own ebook. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.